Okay guys, welcome to my channel. This is the first video. This basically is going to show you how to swap a mechanical drive for a SSD. This is a Lenovo G510. It belongs to a family member of mine. It's been slow, so we're going to remove the mechanical drive and put in an SSD, hopefully speeding things up. Let's get started. First thing we're going to do is remove the battery, which is always a safe thing to do. So once you have removed the battery, there are two screws at the bottom of this panel which you'll have to remove. You can see one is right there and the other one is right there. So once you've removed these two screws, you'll just have to push this bottom panel away from you like that and just lift it off, and you can see the inside. So here is the hard drive, the mechanical drive, which we're removing. And in this same bracket, we'll be placing the SSD in and just reversing the process. The next step is to remove these two screws from the hard drive bay. After you remove these screws, you'll have to slide the hard drive out of its bracket and basically swap in the SSD. So I removed the two screws from the hard drive bay. I'm going to slide it away from me again, like that, and you're going to basically lift it up. And this is the original 1 terabyte Western Digital drive that it comes with. It's a hard drive, mechanical hard drive, so it's pretty slow. And we'll be replacing it with the Samsung 256 or 250 SSD, and this will make a significant increase in performance. The next step is to remove these two screws on each side, which will remove the hard drive from the bay, and we'll use the bay to screw in the SSD. So once the mechanical drive has been removed from the bay, you'll need to see the SSD, and you'll need to carefully see the direction of the ports, and you'll have to line it up this way so it can slide in. And because we're going to be flipping the bay over, so you'll have to flip the SSD over as well. After you've placed it in the bay, now you just reverse the process and screw in the 4 screws, 2 on each side. So I've put all 4 screws the exact same way, just in reverse process. And now we're going to be using these 2 ports to basically slide it in just as we took it out, and like so, like that. And as you can see, the screws line up perfectly, so you have to put these 2 screws back in, make sure it's plugged in all the way, and yeah. So once it's fully screwed into place, we'll just have to slide the cover back on. And again, we have 2 screws to fit on both of these sides, and that should be it. So I screwed the cover back on, the back plate, and now we're just going to put the battery back in, slide it back in. You'll hear it'll click, like so. And now we'll just have to once you've loaded the USB with the Windows 10 media creation tool, you'll have to plug it into your laptop and press the button next to the power key, which is this one, which will load your boot menu. And from your boot menu, you'll pick your USB drive. So at this part, you have to click custom, and here you'll see the 250 gig SSD. It's not always 250, but you'll create you can just hit next, and it will install Windows on the new SSD. So after you've installed Windows 10, you can check for the SSD in your device manager. So right click on the start menu and choose device manager, and under the disk drives you'll see the Samsung SSD. So that's about it. Hope you guys liked the video.